Hello friends, so glad you found me here today. My name is Sherry Rose Davenport, and ever since I can remember, I have longed to help other people. And it wasn't until the death of my mother in 2013 that I realized where this longing would lead me. You see, she had cancer. It was cancer of the liver, and the minute we found out and she took chemo and radiation, she got really sick. So we decided to treat her naturopathically. And what we did is we would take her to the naturopath regularly. We would read every book that we possibly could get our hands on healing cancer naturally. And we literally juiced, diced, sliced, supplemented, and prayed her into better health. So imagine my surprise and excitement when she did do her next scan, and she actually had such great news. The 24 spots on her liver went down to 2. And so we knew we were onto something great, and we wanted to continue to get her completely healthy. But the problem is, and maybe you as, some of you anyway, as caregivers, they really don't want to get better. They actually just want to be let gone, and that is what happened to my mom. Even with that good news, she had decided that she was tired. She said those 6 words that none of us as caregivers ever want to hear, and that is, I don't want to fight anymore. And it was really defeating to us, but we had to respect her wishes. After all, how could I have blamed her? I mean, she outlived 2 husbands. My brother was murdered at age 27. She outlived 2 grandsons that died in a car accident at one time. My dad died in a plane crash, and on top of that, every single person in her family has died of cancer other than her brother. So how could I judge? She wanted to see these people again. She wanted to be with them. She was just sick of living, and that happens sometimes, and we just truly need to respect that. So that's exactly what we did. We respected her and let her die a natural, death without any more chemo or radiation, and she died peacefully. And I learned so much through that. And in my process of grieving over the next year, my husband ended up having a stroke on Thanksgiving night. So, I wasn't that surprised because he had a terrible lifestyle. He didn't eat properly. He had very much a lack of exercise. And he also has the stress of probably 10 people. He is literally dying to work. We own a business. We have for 28 years. It's been a very lucrative environmental company. But he just actually has so much stress that we really, truly want to get out of that. And so without changing anything, less than 8 months later, he had a second stroke. And even though it wasn't a full-blown stroke, it was one that gave him a condition known as post-stroke chronic pain syndrome. And if you've ever met anybody with post-stroke chronic pain syndrome, you would not wish that on your worst enemy. It is pain that I have never, ever seen anybody go through, and it makes you want to commit suicide. So on our journey through that and through the cancer, I learned so much about strokes and about cancer and natural supplementation and natural healing and diets. I just really wanted to share these things with you because I think that there are a lot of people out there that don't realize that there are things that we can do to naturally help ourselves get better. So what I've decided to do is blog on a daily basis, other than Sundays. Sunday's my day of rest. Each day will have its own particular detail on what I want to talk about, but always with the overlying theme of trying to reduce the toxicity in our lives, both naturally and affordably. So the Bible does speak about this, about actually natural healing, and I want to open up with you about all of this. I pray that you be blessed through this. We go on this journey together, and that you learn as much from me as I can from you. So be safe, be blessed, and thank you for subscribing to my blog.